Hello, hello, hello. That might be what it is. I will try to figure things out as I go. And I had it all set up, everybody. But what ended up happening, let me tell you, I got to playing around too much. And I think what I did, but you have comments you can make in this section if you can hear me. But I am going to, I think I remember what I did. Okay. I want to go live. So just bear with me, y'all. But anywho, I'm going to keep talking. Today is Thinking Thursday. What I want to talk about today is how do we sing in a strange land? How do we sing in a strange land? How do we sing when things are going on in our lives and we don't understand why they are going on, but we know they are going on? So we get sometimes caught up in so many things going on, but then we get discouraged. We get discouraged in those times because we don't understand what is actually going on. But I want to encourage you today, that when you're in a strange land, I know sometimes it's not always easy to sing. It's not always easy to go with the flow. It's not always easy to give in to what you think or what you feel. So I want to share with you today that as we sometime is in this strange land, we have to learn something very important. And that is to be able how to keep enduring. How do we keep enduring when we're in that strange place? How do we keep enduring when we're facing those difficult times and those difficult things in our life? So we have to get to that place to be able to know what to do when we're in that strange land, when we're in that strange place. So I just want to encourage you today that in the strange land, what we going to talk about today in Thinking Thursday. I want to greet you all again, welcome you to my broadcast. Welcome, because when you tune in, that in itself is a form of support. And I want you to know that I appreciate all your support. I appreciate everything that you're doing. When you come in and you give me comments, you give me feedbacks, I just want to be able to let you all know that in itself, I just truly appreciate. I want to talk a little bit about, let me see, what we're going to do today is just be able to talk about the things in this strange land. Right now in Texas, I can't seem to get this thing out the way, but right now in Texas, there's a lot going on. We all know that, the weather conditions and different things that are going on. So I just want to be able to encourage somebody today that when you're in this strange land, then that's when you want to be able to know what to do in times like this. Know what to do. Why do we get so off track? We can be new to next door neighbors. We can be new to whatever we're dealing with. It can be a new job. It can be a new relationship. It can be a new baby. It can be a new house. But what do you do? Because those things right now consider themselves to you to be strange. It's something that you're not familiar with. It's something that when you want to be able to do what you got to do, but not feel uncomfortable doing what you do because it's new to you. Oftentimes we think that when something is new to us, then automatically we feel strange. We feel strange in that going on in our lives. So I want to encourage you today. Don't feel strange about what's going on when you know that there is always an opportunity for things to change. So many times our mind gets stuck in thinking and believing that this too will not change, it will not pass, but it will. It will. But even now what I'm doing is strange to me. It's something new that I'm trying for the first time today. And I can't seem to be able to figure out what is really going on with my screen. I can't take this banner off. And so I'm sitting here, I'm talking, I'm thinking, I'm clicking. And so, but I'm still going forward. I'm still going forward. I'm still being able to sit here, even as what they call it, multitask. But yet I want to commit to what I've committed to be here for you, even in the midst of me not understanding what I'm doing, what I'm clicking, and all these different things that's going on in my mind right now. But I also know that I'm here for you. And that's how we have to do sometime in that strange land. When you go to that new job, when you get that new house, in that neighborhood, you may feel a little bit uncomfortable. When you have that journey in life where you have not achieved the things that you really desire to achieve in life, and you want to be able to achieve that, but you feel so strange sometimes. How can we sing in a strange land? When we come from Psalms chapter 137 and 4. What was going on at that time? These people was on a journey. And in this journey, they had someone that was overseeing them. And what the person was saying to them was that they wanted them to sing, but although they were in a bondage situation. How can you feel like singing when you have something hanging over your head? That's what was going on with them. They were able to hang their harps upon the willows in the mist, but there they carried away as captive. These people were being captive, and the people was required to sing. And they wanted to know, how can we sing in this strange place? How can you be happy and joyful when all this strange stuff is going on around you, when your power is out? And it may not always be because of bad weather. I'm just saying. How can we sing in this strange situation we're going through? So many of us have even got conditioned to where we've been off from work because of the coronavirus, and we may have to re-enter the workforce as things begin to open up, as the transition of power has occurred in the White House. How can we sing when our money is low, but our bills are due? Oh, I hope somebody grabbed that. How can we sing when people have been transitioning that we love and we want to continue to share a life with? How can we sing sometime, even when the birth of a baby is coming into the world, but you may not have the support system that you desire to have in this child's life that you share? It's so many things that we encounter, but yet we are encouraged when we mentor from ministry. We are encouraged to stay focused. We are encouraged to say, oh, I trust God. I love God. But so many times, people don't understand that. And they'll say, well, how can I trust God with all that's going on in my life? How can people tell me to read the Bible, to say a prayer? But yet at the same time, you say this great God who is loving, omnipotent, and all powerful, he'll meet my needs, but the people are still calling my phone, harassing me, and telling me something I already know. My bills are due. Good morning. Evening. Hello, my sister, Linda. Thank you so much for tuning in. The topic today in Thinking Thursday, we're talking about how to sing in a strange land. Before I got on, I called myself setting everything up. And I was trying to get things in a way where I can just go ahead and launch live, but I think I figured it out. I was trying to find out how to, there we go. Thank you. There we go. I was trying to figure out how people can see me, but I was playing around. And so in my playing around, I got this screen on there. And when I got this screen, I just couldn't figure out how to take it off. But I'm talking about today, singing in a strange land. How can we sing in a strange land when we know that things are going on all around us that distracts us, that can easily take us off our focus, even with so many people? I've never remember a time. There've been many things that have came out in this land, but I never remember a time when these things that came out was like with this corona. I never knew something that hovered over the United States so long, so with all this going on, and it's been so long, and people want to get back to normal. People want to be able to resume their normal activities, but yet we are steady encouraged to trust God in all our ways and let him direct our paths to trust him. So how do we sing in a strange land? I'm trying to get my camera. There we go. How do we sing in a strange land? Well, one of the things I want to say is that find you a focal point. Find you a focal point. So many times we don't realize the inner strength that we have in us until we tap into that inner strength. So one of the things I try to do is keep my mind on things, where the scripture even tells us that whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things of a good report. So what I try to do is get myself in a position where I can think on some things that distract me from being able to meditate on the things that I know I cannot change. People in Texas cannot take the snow off the ground, but they can start thinking of other ways how to move out of Texas temporarily, or how to come up with other ways of being resourceful. What I want to encourage you, when you're in that dry place, when you're in that dry season financially, physically, spiritually, is encouraging to understand to keep pushing. And sometimes, even in our pushing, we have to get somebody to help push us. Oh, I hope somebody grabbed that. We have to get somebody to help push us along the way. We may not feel, how some mornings you wake up and you don't feel like getting out of the bed, but if you share your resident with somebody, even as children, I remember my aunt, my youngest aunt, I used to dread getting up in the mornings to go to school. And she would come in that room and attempt to make me get up several times. She would say, Afrida, get up. We're going to miss the bus. And I know what it's like to be in a place where when you need to move, you don't want to move. So when you're in that strange land and you're there and there are people there who don't even understand what's going on with you in your life. That's why I'm talking about this strange land. There are oftentimes people won't understand what you're going through. Why are you acting the way you acting? Why sometimes even you looking the way you look? Do you ever notice that? Some people really wear what they're going through on their face. But see, I was raised in a way where my grandmother said, you don't have to look like what you're going through. You can still get up. And sometime in that getting up and getting yourself together, you'll be amazed at how much that can start making you feel better. People, we have to get to a place to learn how to sing in a strange land. This is what was going on. This is what was going on during that season in when David wrote in Psalms 137 and chapter 4. 137 chapter and verse 4. They were going through something, but yet they was encouraged to sing in spite of what they were going through. So that's what I want to encourage you today. We all have encounters. We all have our season. One may be low in money, but the next one may be low in spirit. One may be high in spirit, and the next one may be low in money. Sometimes we don't understand people going through their grief, going through their sorrow, going through whatever it is in their lives that they're going through. And because we're not experiencing what they are experiencing, we will sometimes feel insensitive. Sometimes we'll truly be insensitive to other people, situations, and circumstances. Many of us right now, because we have lights on, we have running water, we have access to power, then we may sometimes don't internalize the compassion we need to share for others, how we should stand in the gap and encourage others as they're going through in the strange land. So I just want to encourage you today that when you're in that strange land, one thing we definitely need to do is pray ourselves through. Be encouraged. You know, I know it's not always easy to encourage yourself. I oftentimes think about David in the book of Psalms. Many of the books in Psalms were written by David, the king, King David. And they were written because he found himself in strange places. If you read in Psalms and you're trying to figure out sometime why this I can't comprehend. But that's because the man that was writing many of those Psalms, he was in a place where he had no one with him to encourage him. Sometimes he talks about he had to encourage himself. We can't always sometimes rely and depend on other people to encourage us in the midst of our trials and tribulations. We have to learn where to tap into that place in us where we can encourage ourselves. I always keep me an encouraging scripture. I always keep me an encouraging thought. You know, even sometimes you may have to sing a song. You know, those songs that make your day. You have to find a song to sing that just will uplift you. You may have to think of something funny, you know, that somebody said to you to uplift you. You can encourage yourself, is what I'm saying, in spite of whatever you're going through. And even though it may not be always easy, again, remember, reach out, touch base with someone that can also encourage you along the way if it's possible to do. Some people call me just for a laugh sometimes. And sometimes I call other people for a laugh. You know, it's just good to know people who can help uplift your day, who can give you that encouragement on your way to that new job and say, you know, it's natural. I learned that in corporate America. They say it's natural to be a little nervous. It's natural to be a little nervous when you're getting ready to sing. It's natural to be a little nervous. I be a little nervous even when I come on live. Let me tell y'all something, what I discovered. I have now a different compassion for people who be on TV reporting the news, who are actors and actresses. Because preparing yourself to go before people who you know may critique you, judge you, and say things when you're putting forth your effort and energy into hoping that you can make a difference, a positive difference in somebody's life, it can be challenging, people. So today, as you journey in your strange land, and like I said, your strange land may not be on a flight overseas. Your strange land may not be making a move out of where you stay. It can be someone that move in next door to you. Your strange land may very well be getting married or even getting divorced and seeing what it feels like to finally be single if you've been married for a long time. But I want to encourage you by saying, whatever your strange land is today, you can sing in that strange land. The question is, how can you sing in that strange land? What I tell you, how you can sing in that strange land. Find you a good positive thought. Find you some good positive words. Find you a good positive person. Find you a good positive phrase. Incorporate some of those P's. Find you a song to praise, to encourage you and uplift you. And you'll find that the more you practice anything repeatedly over and over and over again, the better you will get at doing it. And that way, when things come on your pathway that seems and sounds strange, you will continue to be able to sing. I thank you all for tuning in today. I'm still working and tweaking some things. I'm coming to you in a different format today. But I want to be able, because I get a little more clarity, on my phone. But I'm also experimenting with some things. I'm launching. I've gone to another level. Last week was about preparation for expectations. So in my expectations, I have gone to another level. So in this level, I have other entities. So tune in with me on this platform now. You are watching me live on Facebook, but I am also launching simultaneously on Periscope, Twitter, and YouTube. So you are able to tune in to those platforms all at one time and view me live. I want to say again how much I appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you for bearing with me as always, because you know me, I'm always trying something different. So when I'm trying something different and you bear with me, I truly appreciate your kindness and your support. I am always in expectations of my next level that I'm preparing for. So today, as I come before you again, I pray that God continuously bless you and your family, and that the blessings from heaven flow down into your lives, meet all of your needs, even the things that your heart desires, as you delight yourself in God. And may you continue to prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Check me out on my platforms. Again, that's YouTube, which is WDGS. 333, or either What Did God Say Ministry. Check me out, of course, on Facebook. I have 3 pages, WDGS Mentoring and WDGS Mentors, as well as my regular page, which is Alfreda Brown Bryant Putman. And I had to incorporate my previous names because some people were trying to reach me. And let me tell y'all this right quick, and I'm gonna let you go. They didn't know me by Alfreda Putman. A lot of people know me by that from my hometown. But I had to sit down and do the math. So from 1985 until almost 2015, I have not used the name Putman. So many of the people in my professional journey in that time frame, they only knew me by Brown or Bryant. So as they were searching for me, they could not locate me on Facebook or some of my platforms. So I added those names back into my name search so that people could connect with me. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in. And what else I wanted to say about the platforms. Oh, I have a podcast on Anchor. So check me out on Anchor Podcast. And again, I thank you all for tuning in. Those who tune in now, those who tune in later, I really appreciate you. I appreciate all your comments and even your concerns. Put them in the comment bar. I thank you, Minister Linda, because you let me know that the comment bar works. This is my first time using this platform. So I truly want to thank you, my sister, for sharing with me a greeting to let me know just how that works. So tune in to next Thinking Thursday. And remember, find you that place that when you're in a strange land, and a strange land doesn't mean territory. It means whatever is going on in your life. It could be a breakup or a makeup. It could be someone that entered or exit your life, but it start feeling strange because it's something you're not used to. But find you that place to tap into where you can be able to keep moving forward. I want us all to move forward, and let us remembering all the people that are being affected by what's going on in our society, those being affected by corona, as well as all these other illness and sickness, those who are affected by the weather conditions, the tornadoes, the ice, the storms. Let us remember those people. And you do have a beautiful, blessed Thinking Thursday. Until next week, God bless. Good day.